In this video, we will learn about quadratic polynomial and also how we draw the graph of quadratic polynomial and what will be the shape of the graph of quadratic polynomial. First, let us understand what is quadratic polynomial. So let us take this example, x square minus 3x minus 4. Now this is a polynomial having three terms, x square, 3x and 4. And this is a polynomial having a degree 2 because it is x square here. So a polynomial with degree 2 is called quadratic polynomial. So x square minus 3x minus 4 is a quadratic polynomial. There could be other examples like x square minus 2x plus 1. Another example I can do is 1 minus x square. So all these three polynomials are quadratic polynomial because all of them have x square. That means degree is 2. So now how do we draw the graph of the quadratic polynomial? And suppose we will draw the graph of the first polynomial which I have written here, which is like the polynomial is x square minus 3x minus 4, and let's call this polynomial as polynomial y. And then again, for drawing the graph, what we have to do is we make the table and we write x and y. So if the x is 1, so first we start with x is 0, then y is minus 4, x is 1, y is minus 6, x is 2, y is still minus 6, x is 3, y is minus 4, and when x is 4, y is 0, and when x is 5, y is 6. So we also see, because we want to get x is minus 1, y is 0, x is minus 2, y is 6. So we start seeing some pattern here, 0, 6, 0, 6. Say for example, if we take it x is minus 3, then what do we get? We get 14. And here also if we do x is 6, so we take one more value, x is 6, then we will get y as 14. Now how to draw this? So for drawing this, what we take a graph paper, and on the graph paper say we start, this is so we say x is 0, y is, so this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 1 point. When x is 1, we get minus 6. So this is the point we get. When x is 2, again we get this point. When x is 3, so 1, 2, 3, we get this point as 4. And when x is 4, we get this point as 0. And when x is 5, we get this point as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the point. And again, when we look at x is equal to minus 1, we get this point 0. And when x is minus 2, we get this point is again plus 6, which is this. Now what we do is, we try to join them first by dotted lines, making a smooth graph. You can see this graph is now turning here. This is the another point. and then we can join this. So this is the graph we get. This is the graph we get. The lowest point is here, which is 6.25 minus, and this happens at when x is equal to 1.5. And then what is the shape? The shape of this graph which we get is, so I just now put it here. So as you have seen that this is the point here, and which is coming from here. So this is the graph. This is x-axis, this is y axis. Now this is a graph which is conical in shape. Conical in shape at the bottom, and then both ends are going to infinity. So this is like a open U. So this is like a open U. And it is intersecting x-axis at 2 points. This point and this point. So these are the zero of this polynomial. And these 2 points are, one is x is equal to 4 and other is x is equal to minus 1. So these are the 2 zero of this polynomial. And we can also see that if we factorize, so let me just put it aside. If we factorize x square minus 3x minus 4, then this will become x square minus 4x plus x minus 4, and then we group them and we will get x minus 4, and here we will get minus 1, sorry plus 1, and we will get x minus 4. So we will get x plus 1 into x minus 4. So again we will say x is equal to, so these are the two factors which we get, x plus 1 and x minus 4, and equating both equal to 0. So x plus 1 equal to 0 and x minus 4 equal to 0. So in this case we get x is equal to minus 1, and in this case we will get x is equal to 4. So we can find the zero of this polynomial x square minus 3x by factorization method, which we have learnt earlier, by factorization method, or by geometrically drawing the graph and then seeing where it is cutting or intersecting the x-axis. So these are the two alternative methods, but both will give us the same result. And as we have learned earlier, that quadratic equation can have two zero of the polynomial. It may have two maximum, or it may have one, or it may not have any one. Now for different quadratic polynomial, we may either get the graph which is like u in this open like this, or we may get a u which is open like this. So these are the two possible shape we get for the graph for quadratic polynomial. Say for example, if we take the second example of x square minus 2x plus 1, so we again make the table. See x and y. So x is 0, y becomes 1, x is 1, y is 0, x is 2, then y is 4, y is 1, and x is 3, y is 4. And when we say take x as minus 1, then this becomes 4. Now if we draw the graph of this polynomial, we will find the graph like this. X is 0, y is 1. Then when it is 1, it is 0, and when it is 2, it is 1. So this is 1 point, this is second point. And when x is minus 1, this is 4. And when this x is plus 1, this is again 4. So if we join these points, we will find graph like this. So now this is the graph for x square minus 2x plus 1. So this is the polynomial, this is the table, and this is the graph. And this one is cutting the x-axis or intersecting with the x-axis only when x is equal to 1. At x is equal to 1. Again, so it is intersecting with the x-axis only at one point. Therefore, this has only one zero of the polynomial. And algebraically, we can see that x square minus 2x plus 1 is equal to x minus 1 whole square. And therefore, there is only one zero of the polynomial, which is x is equal to 1. Similarly, if we try to draw a graph of another polynomial like 1 minus x square, so we will find the graph will come quite different. So let us try to do that, because I will need some space, so I remove this thing. So we will have to first draw the table for 1 minus x square, and after that we will be able to draw the graph. So let us draw the table for polynomial 1 minus x square y equal to this much. So again we draw x and y. So x is 0, y is equal to 1. X is 1, y is equal to 0. X is 2, y is equal to minus 3. X is 3, y is equal to minus 8. And on this side, x is minus 1, y is 0. X is minus 2, then y is minus 3. And x is 3, minus 3, then this is minus 8. Now we try to draw this graph. So x is 0, y is 1. And then x is 1, y is 0. So we get this point, this point. X is 2, y is minus 3. So we get this point. X is 3, we get this point. When x is minus 1, again this is 0. X is 2, then we get minus 3. So we get parallel to this. And then when x is 3, we get like this. So again, first loosely connecting the dots, and then this side also we connect. So this is 3. Okay. So what do we get? Now we get again a conical shape which is open downwards. So this is the graph for y equal to 1 minus x square. So we see conical shape which is open downwards. So this is the graph. So as I mentioned to you, it could be a conical shape which is open upward or a conical shape which is open downward. And this has again 0 of the polynomial, because this is the x-axis and this graph is cutting at 2 points. This particular shape is called parabola. Is called parabola. And you might have seen that this shape is used for the nose of the aircraft. If you have seen the aircraft, the nose of the aircraft is made like this, so that the air resistance the aircraft encounters is the lowest. Also, if you would have seen the rainbow in the sky, rainbow also is having a parabola shape. So it is a conical shape which is open at one side, and both the arms of this conical shape is going towards the infinity. So what have we learned in this video is, we have learned what is a quadratic polynomial. We have seen that a polynomial with degree 2 is a quadratic polynomial. Then we learned how to draw the graph, and the steps are first to make the table, and after making the table we put the point on a graph paper and we will get the graph for a quadratic equation. And the graph of a quadratic equation is of the shape parabola, and it may cut the x-axis maximum of 2 points, or it may cut only at 1 point, or it may not cut at all also. So either it doesn't cut at all, or it cut at 1 point, or it may cut at 2 points. And either the parabola is open upward, which is a U shape open upward, or it may be open downward. So the 0 of the polynomial of a quadratic polynomial will be the points where it is cutting the x-axis. And we can also determine the 0 of a quadratic polynomial by factorization. Thank you.